Hey everyone, how's everybody doing this fine Wednesday evening? Our guest should be here any minute now. I'm going to say hello to all our peeps. Got JC who was here, but he had to go because he had a 4th of July concert and fireworks tonight. Totally get it. It's the day before a holiday. I know people have a lot of fun things going on. My allergies are really bad today, so I apologize. I'll try not to sniffle into the mic too much. Fred and Lisa are here. Hey guys, how are you? We got Kim here. Hi, Kim. Finally made it. Roger is here. Michael's here. Hey, Michael. Mike is here. Hey, Mike. Charlie is here. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Dave. Paolo, getting ready for your cruise in just 8 days. Like I said, let's get rid of that hurricane. Get that out here. We got Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you? Eric, hello. Alex said 18 plus on the live stream. Yep, usually is anyway, so that's good. Two old farts here. Hey, guys, how are you? Lori is here. Hi, Lori. Desiree is here. Hey, Desiree, how are you? Desiree said, we need more pools, hot tubs, bigger, better spots for the new ships. Good luck with that. We will ask when she pops in. Z Cruise Show Fun. Hello, how are you this evening? If you hear me typing, it's because AJ's not here and I'm putting everybody on the wheel. So AJ's on vacation this week. Alex just asked, where's the rest of the Happenings cast? Meg and AJ. Meg is parts unknown. Meg has a much busier life than us. So she's got a brand new house. She's doing stuff with her husband. You never know what's going on. So Meg's busy. AJ is with her family, her son and her husband and the rest of their family. They went away for the week. So that's good. Charlie said, you look like you lost weight. I appreciate that, Charlie, but I assure you I have not. It's quite the opposite, I think. Robert, good evening, everyone. Get Robert on the wheel. Sorry, it's going to take me a little time. Bruce Marshall's here. Hello, Bruce. How are you? We got Hope here. Hi, Hope. How are you today? Hurricane watch in Mexico for sure. Jamaica's up next on that hit list. Saw all the things for that. Crazy. Cheryl is here. Hi, Cheryl. How are you today? Paolo said, when do you leave for your next cruise? Right there, Pello. July 14th. I'm on the NCL Joy out of New York, so I will be leaving on the 14th. I'm optimistically excited about it. After being on the Joy last year, it was very crowded. Food wasn't great, but I'm excited to revisit it this year with the new thermal suite there and some other new fun things. And then Dave said, oh, Mike said, love the coffee cup. I have two. The mayor not have. Yeah, tell me about it, Mike. Stolen for sure. Let me bring Layra in. Hold on for 1 sec, guys. Hey there.
Hi, how are you, John?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I am so ready for the Caribbean, just waiting for that little storm to pass by.
Amen to that.
But we know, we work in travel. We are aware that circumstances come along and Mother Nature can
Yep.
definitely try her best at us. So I hope you've had a productive week so far.
Yeah, you too. Welcome. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Layra Loriano. I'm the regional sales manager for Virgin Voyages for Jersey, PA, and Ohio. I like to say I do look like I started when I was 5. I promise not. I've been working in the industry for quite some time. Prior to this awesome gig, I used to be with Blue Diamond Resorts, where I handled the whole Northeast, which was very exciting to do the transition from like all-inclusive land to what we like to say one of the most inclusive ships in the ocean, which is with Virgin Voyages. And it's definitely quite been a learning experience, to say the very least. And it's fascinating. The actual product is great. We are a young and small fleet, but definitely powerful, because Virgin Voyages is making an impact on what it is to cruise. We've changed it from cruising now into what voyaging should be. So
awesome. So we are in it. So I'm just going to kind of go through here. As questions pop up, I will fire them over to you. I'm just going through everybody's initial comments because people are talking about the storm and everything else. So we got Mike here talking about our coffee cup. So I have a MSC coffee cup. I'll hide it for purposes of this evening, and I'll just turn it around. But the coffee cups are really nice. But again, don't steal. Purchase the coffee cups. Dave said hurricane in the Caribbean and fire in Alaska, cruising itineraries changing all over the place. Yep, it happens, Dave. What are you going to do? The weather this time of year, it's early for the hurricanes to really start kicking in like this. But, it's the Jason months all the way from June to November. So that's crazy.
And I was watching, I'm sorry to interrupt you, John. I was watching the news, right? Because ultimately we're in this industry. And it's very surprising to see a hurricane this large in like the start of a hurricane season. Unfortunately, it already did pass Grenada. It left a devastating. Sorry about that.
You're fine. We always have kids and dogs and everything else pop into the stream, so you're fine. Don't worry.
And we say no kids on our ships, right? So that's the joke behind it. But as I was saying, it did pass through Grenada, and it left very unfortunate, effects behind it. I think everyone's prayers are on Jamaica tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be wild.
But you know what, John? It sounds wrong to say, but I was speaking earlier with one of my awesome crew members, and that's something we mentioned regarding the cruise line side of the business. We have the option that if we were sailing or voyaging to Jamaica, given the circumstances, we would have the opportunity of changing our route and deviating elsewhere for the safety of the actual cruisers. So that's something to take into consideration with the whole hurricane season up upon us. This is the first hurricane of the year, and it's a little scary.
Yeah, it's a great point, because it's one of the things that people panic about cruises to me all the time. When we talk about going on cruises in the summer, and people always say, hey, I'm really nervous to go on a cruise in the summer. And my response to that is always, you're fine. You're going to wind up, with the exception of NCL, because sometimes they're a little bit cowboyish sometimes, but for the most part, you are going to wind up in a nicer place where it's not. And I talk about it all the time. We went on a cruise in November, late October, November of 2022 on Royal. We were supposed to do the standard, like out of New York itinerary of Florida, Bahamas, and as soon as we got on the ship, the captain came on and said, "Hey, we're going to the Dominican Republic. We're going to go somewhere else." And then I've been on other ones in the summer where they were like, "Hey, we're just doing Canada, New England. We're getting away from the storm. It's going to
Yeah.
be lovely." So, yeah, I think sometimes people don't realize that everyone's hard at work tracking these storms and figuring out what's going on. And the bottom line and the biggest goal for the cruise lines is to make sure that you are safe, their staff is safe, and that you have the best experience possible.
100%. 100%. Now, John, I have a question now that we're
Sure.
talking about the best experience and whatnot. What do you think is the most exciting or fascinating part of Virgin Voyages, aside from no kids on our ships, right?
No kids is the big deal. So to me, in selling the product and talking to people about it, and everybody else chime in on the stream here.
Yes,
But to
please.
me, the biggest thing is it is a more inclusive offering, right? So you have I love food. When I go on cruises, I love to do specialty dining. I love to eat nicer foods. So to me, the idea of having restaurants that are included, having your gratuities, having your Wi-Fi, having everything kind of handled. And I don't really drink, so it's fine for me. Like if I sign up and I get a package where there's $100 bar tab, it's plenty. But I love that where it's more of an all-inclusive offering where you're not kind of baiting and switching people with like, hey, you're going on this cruise for $2,000 and it's really going to cost you $7,000 by
Yeah.
the time you get done with it. So
And
that's my
and I love the fact that you've mentioned that because, as this industry evolves, you tell yourself, where do I want to go? And how much am I going to spend on this vacation? The one thing I know, and this is crazy to say, one of the good things I notice about the development after the madness, which we will not name, is one of the things that which I will not name is the fact that during
you're fine, don't
sorry,
worry.
I'm so sorry. Like my sister came in with the baby, her phone. Hey,
You're
ship
fine.
happens. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is that with the madness, with everything going on after COVID, we've realized that you vacation to disconnect and reconnect, and people don't mind making a stronger investment. Travel
Yeah.
advisors at times are still hesitant. First mates are still hesitant. Can I offer this product to my client? Educate yourself. Tell yourself, what am I offering this particular client? Is it a nickel and diming situation? Because with us, it's completely the opposite, right?
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. Within that voyage fare, the clients are getting the internet connection, which we all need. The dining, you mentioned the dining on board our ships. We have over 20
Yep.
eateries, which are extraordinary food. The fact that you're eating food with food or menus that have been curated by Michelin star chefs, every single detail is taken into consideration on that particular preparation. The fitness, I'm not one to hit the gym, but there are sailors that are adamant about it, right? And they will brag just the fact that we have an actual running track on the ship that is exclusively for that.
Yeah.
They're like, this is for a runner paradise, right? Because they don't have to budge into other sailors trying to make their way through.
Yep.
Also, the essential drinks, you mentioned it, right? You're not a liquor drinker. In other words, you
Yeah.
don't drink liquor, maybe a glass of wine here and there. But
Sure.
on board ships, all the essential drinks, the water, the teas, the coffee, that's all included. We're not going to charge you $50 extra because you want to have soda for the day or tea or coffee for the day. So it makes a very big difference when you break this down to the client and say, hey, they're not necessarily, I don't want to name any other brand, right? But
Yeah.
we
Fine.
have a breakdown, and I'm sure you've seen it, John, where we
Yeah.
are comparing apples with apples, and you can see what is this premium cruise line offering you in comparison with Virgin. What is included in that voyage fare? It's a huge impact on that pricing.
Yep.
So
I agree. All right, let's check out some comments. Al, thank you. Thanks for coming. The Murphys are here. Hello. The show said Jamaica getting hit. Yes, they are. Alex
yes,
said hide the
we
mug.
have they have a bit of rain already and a few
Yep.
winds, which is I just had my colleague, and she's presently in Jamaica. We had a call earlier, and she definitely was feeling the winds already.
Felicia said can't stay long, but wanted to stop by in Orlando. We'll catch the seashore tomorrow. Felicia, good luck. Godspeed on your cruise. Keep us in. Let me know what's going on. Let me know if your itinerary is changing and what's going on. I'm eager to hear what's going on. Alex said, Ohio in the house.
Yay!
Kevin and Carrie Ann are here. Hey guys, how are you? Oh,
Hi.
Hope's got a question. Hope said, are there many 60-year-olds that sail Virgin Voyages? Asking for a friend.
That is a really good question because we get asked all the time, what is our sweet spot? And we do have a sweet spot. We like to say it's between maybe 39 and 49, but I personally call that bullshit because age is just a number. Like Sir Richard Branson, our awesome leader, the concept behind Virgin is that he said, I wanted a cruise line for when I was in my 20s and in my 30s and in my 40s. And it's reached a point that ultimately we just want happy sailors on board. I remember last time I voyaged, there was this older lady, I promise you, she must have been in her 80s, Hope. And I met her on PJ night. She comes over to me. She goes, oh my God, I love your PJs. Wonderful, sweet lady. I left and I left her partying on PJ night, which is amazing. When I finished partying on PJ night, the following day I saw her again. She comes over and she compliments my gown. I left her in the party. I left her in the manor, in the disco, living her best life. So if your client is concerned because of her age range, just ask her, do you want to have fun? Is your friend ready to have a good time? Because age is definitely not something that we're necessarily concerned about with our sailors.
Got it. Very good. Fred and Lisa asked the question, will Virgin have more cruises coming out of New York City?
Yes, our fourth ship, which is Brilliant Lady, officially launched May 8th, and we will be sailing out of Manhattan starting September 5th of 2025. So that particular itinerary is a 5-night sailing, the first one, again, September 5th, where we will be sailing from New York City, again, Manhattan, because I was asked if it's going to be in Bayonne. No, we're sailing out of Manhattan, New York City, and we're going to do a 5-night sailing into Bermuda. That's going to have two particular itineraries back to back, which is the Mermaidum, and then we're going to have one which is the Big Apple. But that one is also going to have a third option, not a third option, but a third itinerary, which is amazing. And that particular itinerary is a little different because we're going up north. So we seem to forget the beauty of New England sometimes, how Maine is a storybook. It's beautiful. So we're going to do an itinerary up in that direction. And we're going to come back down to New York and head up towards Canada and end that particular voyage in Quebec. Then from Quebec, we're going to come down all the way down to Miami, where we're going to be making stops in Halifax, Boston, Charleston, South Carolina, which is a beauty. And then she's going to, from Miami, then do 2 Mermaidums. And our fourth lady ship, our beautiful, brilliant lady, she is our skinniest lady. We put her in a bit of a diet because she's going to go through the Panama Canal. So yes, Fred and Lisa, we're exhilarated with our fourth lady ship. She definitely will have very exclusive itineraries just for her. So yes,
Awesome.
again, September of 2025.
That is awesome. We have some people in here that are on those. I'm on one of those. So
Are you? Which one are you on?
I'm on September 10th.
Okay, so you're on the Big Apple. You're on the second voyage out of New York City. Oh, how
I
exciting!
know, it's very exciting. I'm super excited. So yeah, for everybody out there, if you are wondering about the different ports up here in the Northeast, there are several ports. First of all, Bayonne is strictly Royal Caribbean, so Royal Caribbean International. So Bayonne has Royal and Celebrity go out of that port. Baltimore is kind of an open port. Anybody can go out of that, smaller ships. You have Manhattan, which is a shared port as well, which is going to be Virgin. That is NCL. That is Disney goes out of there. Princess goes out of there. Cunard goes out of there. A bunch of them. And then there's Brooklyn, and Brooklyn has MSC, Cunard, and some other cruise lines up there as well. So next up, Kevin said, excited about our Virgin cruise in February of 2025. So
I wonder where they're sailing, right? Where are they going?
They are going to, I'll tell you in a second, because we booked it. So Kevin is going. Kevin, if you could pull it up quicker, I mean, you know what it is before I do. So I have to look it up. But
I wonder where they're going. But I'm excited for you. 2025 is definitely packed of exciting itineraries. And we're going to Alaska too. We don't have to set dates for that.
yeah,
But Brilliant Lady's also going to Alaska. So there's definitely a lot going on with Virgin. But I'm excited you're getting on board.
that's awesome. Yeah. All right. Patty said, I love Virgin, was on Valiant Lady in December, and it's been my favorite cruise experience. Can't wait to check out Brilliant Lady.
Well, we can't wait to have you on board, Patty. Remember that the actual sales or sailings voyages did already open. Again, they all officially open on May 23rd. So you should be able to book a voyages all the way to
You're fine. Don't worry.
2026.
Don't worry about it. All right. Dave said that Virgin Voyage dining rocks. That's awesome, Dave.
I wonder what's his favorite restaurant.
Dave,
Food.
comment below. What's your favorite restaurant? Let us know.
I look at
Alex,
Alex. I love it. Yes, the
there you
food
go.
is amazing. When people see me, they don't realize this, but I'm a foodie. I love food. And every single time I was on board the ship and my boss saw me, I was eating. They're like, "You're eating again." I'm like, "Wow, you what can I tell you? The food is amazing." And you know what I really love about the food is our food. We don't have buffets on board.
Yep.
Every particular meal, every dish is made to order. So we are as sustainable as we can be, right? And that's one of the things that we avoid. If I'm not mistaken, don't take my word for this, but it's approximately 2 billion pounds of garbage that we are avoiding being thrown in the ocean because we're not throwing food out.
Yeah.
So just to
I
give
mean,
an idea.
that makes sense. Cheryl said, does Virgin do military and first responder discounts?
Unfortunately, Cheryl, we do not. However, we do have an awesome offer right now. It was from June 1st through July 30th, which is a 70% off the second sailor. Take advantage of those offer and offers. And again, if you go through your awesome travel advisor, they'll work with you with different pricing set dates. So you don't have to pay everything at once.
And then Cheryl asked, how are the shows on Virgin?
Oh, off the ship. They are amazing. And I keep saying it. You might be saying, well, how many times are you going to say amazing? It's just the experience as a whole is extraordinary. On board our ships, you will definitely not see Broadway shows. Completely the other way around. The shows that you see on board Virgin Voyages are exclusive to our ships. And to give you an idea of the scale of professionalism these cast members have. We have one show that we love bragging about. It's called Dual Reality. They're cast members from Canada, and their show is so mesmerizing that they have left our ships and have actually done performances throughout different large theaters in the US. And usually it's the other way around, right? You have theaters or shows on land, and then they come to the actual sea. Whereas with us, that particular set of cast members definitely broke the regular standard. So the shows are awesome. Also, no reservations are required for any of our shows. It's first come, first serve. The one that has the largest um, visual effect, I would say, would be Scarlet Night, which is when our ship starts turning red at 4 p.m. And the main entertainment or the end of the evening is closed on the upper deck by the pool area. We also have the Red Room, which is where you will see most of the shows. But throughout the ship, the cast happening because we don't actually have a cruise director for entertainment. The cast happenings crews moving around, so you may have a magic show going on in one side of the ship. You may have one of our drag queen ladies, phenomenals, doing something else elsewhere. So these shows are definitely spread out through the ship, but they are just mesmerizing.
Awesome. Alex
Yeah.
said, question, Scarlet Lady is going into dry dock later this year. Any insights on any exciting changes?
I can't spill the tea, Alex. I'm so sorry. I know there's something going on, but I cannot spill the tea. All I can tell you is change is always for the best.
True.
That's all I can say. But yes, he's definitely getting a few things done.
Patty said, details of Virgin ships make such a difference. I love the simple fact that there are water stations on the outdoor decks to fill a reusable water bottle, water in the room at no extra charge too.
Correct. So we don't charge for water or sparkling water or teas, non-pressed juices. And effectively, we do try to give back, right? So we like to say that we're green in the inside. And one of the features behind that is that there's no plastic bottles on board your ship, which is something we encourage you. Bring yourself a reusable bottle. If you don't have one, it's okay. There are glass ones in the rooms, which are the ones that she's referring to that are filled based on your preference, whether it's sparkling or just flat water. They'll bring either or. But if you bring with you, a reusable container, you're more than welcome to use it also. Something we encourage, actually.
Awesome. All right. So then we got Cheryl said, speaking of food, if you get more main dishes, do you have to pay extra?
Not at all, dear. The food is all included on board Virgin Voyages. Me personally, I will order one at a time just because I wouldn't want the food that I've ordered to go to waste. But you can order as many dishes as you'd like while you're dining. It's all included.
Awesome. Robin said hi. Hi, Robin. Welcome
Hi.
to the stream. Charlie said, does Virgin board later in the day normally?
So our boarding officially starts around approximately 2 p.m. If you are voyaging with us in one of the higher cabin categories, like the Mega Rockstar Suite, the Rockstar Quarters, or if you purchase, for example, the Romans package, you actually are able to get on board a little earlier. But regularly, our boarding does start around 2 p.m. And we want everyone to be on our ships by 4:30, latest 5.
Awesome. Desiree asks, does Virgin plan on regular sailings out of the West Coast in the future? I know there are a few LA ones.
Yes. So this is an awesome question. And the reason why it's a great question is because, as you've heard, Brilliant Lady, our fourth ladyship, again coming September of 2025, she will be making her way to the West Coast. She does meet the requirements to go through the slots of the Panama Canal. So yes, there are itineraries from Los Angeles, California, where she's going to be going through Baja California, making her way all the way to Vancouver at some point, and she will also be sailing to Alaska. So yes.
Go. So John
This
has
is
an
exciting. You guys have me on my toes.
Lots of questions. John said, I really enjoyed my Virgin Voyages experience. Probably my favorite cruise, and I have another one in September. I'm just disappointed that I pay more and get less. John, if you could expand on that, let me know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but
yeah, and I want to add, John, if you've been on board, I hope you are aware you're able to purchase My Future Virgin Voyage, which is a future placeholder. And if you do that, you get an amazing deal. What that deal does provide you is, let's say you purchase your placeholder is $300 deposit. With that particular deposit, if you change that placeholder into a voyage within 60 days of getting off the ship, you receive $600 on board credit and $300 off your selected voyage. But if you do it outside of the 60 days, then you get $300 on board credit and $300 off the future actual voyage. So if you're getting back on board in September, please. Oh, hello?
I can still hear you. Your video.
Oh, that's weird. It says I lost connection. Okay. But you are able to purchase this while you're on board in September. It's something I encourage you to do. Let me see if I turn it on and off again. That's weird.
Yeah, I can hear your video. There we go. You're good.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Yeah, John, let me know. Again, another thing to bring up too, and Layra just mentioned it, is if you do like a future cruise credit, if you do one of those while you're on board the ship, another thing to keep in mind too is, and I always forget to mention this, is if you book through us, when you get back, you're going to get an email from us. And if you book another cruise, and this would be included in that, if you book another cruise, because that's booking another cruise, you automatically get another $50 onboard credit from us. So that would give you an additional $50 onboard credit. But let me know what you were inferring below. Always interested to hear.
Yeah,
Cheryl said, is Virgin going to Iceland and Greenland?
Well, we do have an itinerary, which is a little different. We are going to Reykjavik, actually, which is in Iceland, and that particular, or is it Greenland? Oh, no, and that particular port, we're there for a long period of time. So that's the beauty with Virgin. Also, we arrive to ports earlier and depart a lot later than other particular cruise lines to make sure that you're able to enjoy the destinations we've arrived to. I joke when I say this, it's not like mommy and daddy are trying to convince their kid to leave the beach. You can really enjoy the destination we're in. And then we would give you an opportunity to really experience it.
Awesome. So Kevin and Carrie Ann came back about their cruise in February. They are doing Puerto Rico. They're doing sunsets in the Lesser Antilles. And they're very excited about that. So it's very exciting.
Yes. Well, Tara's one of the here. Oh, hi. Hi, Tara. I wanted to add about the English Caribbean. I love Antigua and Barbuda. And if you have the opportunity of getting on board one of our itineraries that it's sailing to that particular destination, please try your best to go to Barbuda, which is the sister island. There's a Nobu restaurant by De Niro and is extraordinary. Take it like a day pass almost. But there are pink sand beaches in Barbuda, which is the neighboring island for Antigua. So
it's awesome. Tara said she's super excited. Also going on the September 10th cruise. In 2025
I might see a few of you guys, actually.
Cool.
I do think, don't take my word for this, that a few of the sales managers for the East Coast will be on the ships for those particular voyages. So we're excited.
That's awesome. That's very exciting. Tony Diaz, hi, how are you? Tony, welcome back from Europe. Tony was on the President's Cruise on Royal Caribbean and just got back from Barcelona. It's very exciting. We're all jealous. Yeah. And then Dave said his favorites are Razzle Dazzle and Pink Agave.
I have a question, Dave. Now that you've mentioned Razzle Dazzle, Razzle Dazzle is a little peculiar. And the reason for that is because it's supposed to be your traditional American food with a healthier aspect to it. But did you know there's a secret menu in Razzle Dazzle that has like your burgers with the bacon and all that good stuff?
I didn't even know that. That's good.
Look at that. And then Pink Agave is great. Yes,
Dave said the
Gombe
Korean
is
good too.
And it's fun. You make good friends there.
That's awesome. Tara said, do you think Virgin will come back to New York for a regular season after September of 2025?
I will be very straightforward, Tara. It depends how great our awesome first mates fill in that ship. It's like anything in tourism and travel. It's same thing with like the routes for air, right? It could be that you have airlift from your area, like a certain route. If the route doesn't do well, they change it to somewhere else. But I think honestly that the Northeast is thrilled the Virgin is coming up, and it's sold fantastically. Don't take my word for this, but hopefully, yes. Hopefully we will have continuously a route out of New York City.
I agree. I hope so too.
Yeah.
So Alex, hold on, let me pull this up. Alex said, looking forward to my January 25th. Super exciting there, Alex, as well. Cheryl asked, how many solo cabins does Virgin have?
49, and they go like hot potato because these particular cabins are literally meant for one sailor. So in other words, the client pays for one. Whereas if you're a solo sailor and there's no more of those available, you would have to pay for two because the cabins are meant to be two or more. But there are 49, Cheryl.
There you go. All right, real quick, let's do a quick little commercial here. So everyone, Roger is here tonight. Our live stream on Wednesdays is brought to you by Mainly Coffee. If you scan the little QR code there and go to mainlycoffee.com, you can use the code Bite Size Cruises. You get 10% off of your order. As you all know, we will be giving away some Mainly Coffee at the end of the live stream this evening. So please go check out Mainly Coffee. You can grab coffee, you can grab tea, you can grab a bunch of stuff. And speaking of New England, Roger and Sarah are up there in Maine, and it is beautiful. So go check out Mainly Coffee. All right, back to our stream here. Cheryl asked, how is Virgin in dealing with people in scooters?
Fabulous. We actually recently have sort of revamped, to call it the very least, all of our AD accessible cabins. The complete process, the actual person right now that handles our wheelchair accessible and special needs crew member, she's actually in a wheelchair. She is wheelchair bound, and she's made certain that every space that is available, she's able to go through. The elevators are phenomenal. I was asked recently regarding the battery operated ones. Yes, we do accept those on board if it's the electric ones. But we don't necessarily have them on board for the sailors, but they can come on board with them.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to ask you this next question, Lara, and then I'm going to go plug my internet in just in case it's lagging or anything. So I'm going to ask you this, and then I'm going to run out for 2 seconds. So yeah. Alex said, all of the Virgin ships are the same. What's Virgin planning to do to keep repeat sailors coming back and back? This will be my second sailing.
All right. So yes, indeed, Alex, all of our ships are the same. with exception of our fourth lady ship. She is a little different, as I said earlier. The fact that she is slimmer, we're trying to compensate on the actual balcony space. So instead of having one hammock, I'm sorry, she's gonna have two hammocks in the balcony just because we want to say sorry. So that's one of the changes that's going on with Brilliant Lady. And honestly, the best way that we can accommodate you, our awesome sailors, is giving you different options, different itineraries. And that's one of the beauties of cruising, right? We're not tied down to a port. We're not tied down to a destination. We can move out and about and through the world. So what we offer you, our awesome sailors, are different destinations.
Very, very good. I plugged in, so it should be a little bit better. So Cheryl asked, is Virgin going to have their own island?
Ooh, well, Sir Richard Branson does have his own island, which is beautiful Necker Island. And we do have what we like to say our private beach club. It's in Bimini Beach, the Bahamas. The actual beach club itself is exclusive to Virgin when we're on the destination. I am aware others use it. However, again, when Virgin is there, is exclusively for us, and it's an extension of the ship. So the same way you use your wristband on the ship, for example, to purchase liquor or drinks, and the same way that you can drink non-alcoholic beverages, you can also do it on the beach extension as well as eating while you're there.
Awesome. Fred and Lisa said, it says per cabin for the price. Never saw that before. How many people does that include?
It all depends, Fred and Lisa, the quantity of sailors you place. However, the standard is that we have 2 sailors per cabin. Also, we did something very big. We did something awesome, which I'm like excited about. The pricing that you see on the website for us with John's Let's Go book link, it already includes taxes and fees. That's actually an update that we did over the weekend. So the amount that you see already includes the taxes and fees. And again, it's for 2 people. However, if you understand you're going to have more, you can reach out to John. And based on the quantity of sailors per cabin, he would be able to tell you the pricing.
Very true. So yeah, that's a new, I think we talked about it a little bit last week. That's like a new law that was passed for California, but most of the cruise lines are now complying with that across the board, across the country, where port fees and taxes are included, which is really nice so that you're not getting confused on your way through the booking. But yeah, that's good and brand new. So that'll be nice. Dave said the naughty menu selection at Razzle Dazzle. Yep, there you go, Dave.
You know what I'm talking about, Dave.
There you go. All right, good. We hit our thing at the thing here. So does anybody else have any other questions about Virgin? Let us know in the comments below. I know it's slightly quieter tonight because this is the day before a holiday, but I appreciate everybody who is coming out and hanging out with us tonight. Does anybody else have any cruises planned? Anybody going away soon? I know we had a couple.
I am.
We had a couple here. We have Paolo going away. Paolo's going away in 8 days, going to Royal, but he's going away in 8 days, which is exciting. And then we have a bunch of people going away in a few weeks. Very interesting. Let's see.
Well,
Tara said, are there plans? Go ahead. What'd you say, Lyra?
I'm going away next week. I'm voyaging next week. This is why I have my little sun hat.
What ship are you going on?
I am going on Valiant Lady. I'm going with a few of my phenomenal travel advisors as yourself, John, because, we want to make sure you guys get on board, you experience it, you live what the voyage is like. This is a good question, Tara. I want to say yes to this. And the reason for that is, as a company, right, we always want to grow. So the beauty with Virgin is we started with one ship. Crazily enough, she was launched in 2020, which is when the world stopped. However, she did her first, I guess, official Mermaidum in 2021. Then we came with our second ship, which was Valiant Lady, then Resilient Lady, and now Brilliant Lady. So it's been 4 years since we launched, technically, and we are already on our 4th ship. So I'm certain in the long run, there's more ships coming.
Yep, absolutely. I'm sure there is. Alex said, Virgin spoiled me. I now add specialty dining and drink packages. Got to cruise on ships with big pools. So yeah, somebody had asked that before too about adding bigger pools or more pools.
Yeah, our pool, I like to say, someone asked me regarding the size of our pool once, and I get it. But there's also so much to do on the ship, right? And the
Yeah.
fact that we want to indulge you in the destinations we are going to, if we have a bigger pool, you might say, hey, I'm going to stay in the pool. But guess what? The pool's not big enough. Get out of the ship. Get off the ship. Do something.
Paolo said he's pumped up for his cruise. I know it's a long time coming. Hope is sailing on NCL Jade on July 27th. Hope, I hope you have a wonderful time on NCL Jade. She's old, but she is still very nice.
Have fun.
Roger said we have almost a year before our next cruise. Come on, Roger, we got to get this going. We got to get you booked on more cruises.
Absolutely. A whole year before the next one. Impossible.
It's crazy. Desiree said Bimini Beach Club is exclusive to Virgin Sailors. I saw a family with kids sneak in. They were Resort World hotel guests. Yeah, I'm sure.
So while we are on the island, yes, Bimini Beach Club is exclusive to Virgin Voyages. However, take into consideration that there are no private beaches in that area. So it could be that they were perhaps in the further outskirts, maybe, of the actual club. But if we're there and there are families there, I've seen our crew reach out to them and say, hey, this is a private space and whatnot, and they understand. So I'm sorry you saw a kid on a no kid vacation.
Punt them right into the ocean. Cheryl said, has Virgin Voyages done their 2027 itineraries yet?
Holy shit, Cheryl, you are fast. No, not yet, but we have 25 and 26.
That's wow. Most cruise lines don't have 26 out for sale yet. So,
but do know that we're definitely going to Alaska. So maybe it's gonna be in 27. Maybe in 26.
That'll be awesome. Charlie said he's going on MSC Magnificat in August, Royal Caribbean out of New Orleans in November, and then Holland America in January out of Miami. Look at you, Charlie. You go.
Living your best life.
Cruises. Yeah.
Now
Charlie,
you need to add Virgin to one of these.
Yeah, you got to get Virgin in there, Charlie. Charlie, I hope you have a good time on Magnifica. I had a fun time on that ship. It is small, but it is a really fun ship. So I hope you have a good time. Paolo said, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this wonderful channel. Thank you so much, Pal.
Love it.
Robert said 57 days away for our sailing out of Boston. That is awesome. Bruce said October 14th on Carnival Venezia and January 27th on Odyssey, maybe Virgin next. Yep. Sounds
maybe
good.
No, this must be certain, Bruce. You must be as excited as we are about this brand.
Got to try them all. October 14th on Carnival Venezia. Bruce, Godspeed. I hope you have a nice time. Obviously, we're almost done our vlog series on Carnival Venezia. Layra, if you missed it,
I'm going to have to watch it now. I'm excited too.
Our Carnival Venezia experience was not great. Lots of fights, lots of drugs, lots of people throwing up on the deck. It was a good time. It was wild. It was everything. Wow. Everything Carnival is talked about.
Italian style.
Yeah, Italian. But I will say I was on Jubilee in January, and Jubilee was wonderful. It was brand new. It was beautiful. But Venezia was a wild ride. Bruce, you will have an awesome time on Odyssey. I will be on Odyssey in December. That is a great ship. So hope you have a great time on that. Fred and Lisa said, do the pools have stairs or a ladder?
I know the big pool. I'm trying to put myself back in the ship. I'm sorry. Yes, the big pool does have. There is a smaller circular pool too, and I think it does have stairs.
Alex said, please bring back Never Sleep Alone. I almost don't want to know.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, Alex. Sorry. You're going to have to bring a companion with you. But we do have Scarlet Night and PJ Night.
Yeah. It's not Carnival. Alex. Settle down. All right. Charlie said, will Virgin match any free cruise casino offers I get from another cruise line?
This is really a really good question, Charlie. I'm glad you've asked. I'm not very versed just because the casino, despite it being with the ship, it's considered a separate entity. However, I did meet with our casino managers while I was there because I've worked in a casino. I used to be a player development executive. And she did explain to me that, yes, indeed, they are able to work with our awesome first mates. You would reach out to John and say, hey, John, this is the offer I'm getting from this particular casino on this ship. Can you help me out? And then John would reach out to us and we would happily connect you, or connect him, I'm sorry, with our casino peeps.
Yep, that is awesome. All right, everyone, since it's a holiday, let me pull up the old wheel here. We're going to give away some stuff. So today we're going to be giving away coffee, as you know. So we have our mainly coffee here tonight. We are giving away our Knife Edge coffee. This is a dark coffee, again, from Roger and Sarah up there in Maine. It smells really good. So it's the first thing I'm going to do. Let me pull this up real quick. Pull up the wheel. All right.
Hey, John,
here we
while
go.
you're doing that, I want to give something away too. I'm excited.
Okay.
It won't
Yeah,
be a cruise. Don't get too excited. Do not. I saw your smile. Don't get too excited.
That's all right. All right. Coffee is going to Roger. Cannot win the coffee. So, all right. JC.
Yay!
Congratulations, JC. All right. Let me stop that for a sec.
All right. And I'm going to give away a set of sunglasses, reusable straw, and a Virgin Voyages water tumbler.
Very nice. I love it. You're the first person to give something away, so this is great.
Really? Well, whoever wins, John, if they can send you their physical address so we can have it shipped to them.
Of course. All right, here we go. Let's see who's going to win.
You can't win, John.
Ooh. Robin won.
Awesome.
Robin. I'm just making a note.
Yep.
All right, so Robin won that one. Next up, we give away a book every week too. So we read a book a week. When we go on cruises, we read a ton of books. So this week's book is called A Little Life. It is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the saddest book I've ever read, but it's really, really, really good. So this one's called A Little Life. It's about friendship and trauma and some other things. So this book is awesome. We're going to give this away right now. So we'll do that as well. So let's give away our book. And the book is going to go to Alex.
Yay, Alex! Look, he could read in his next voyage. I mean, next
there you go. Read on your next Virgin Voyages. Let me make that note there, Alex. Book A Little Life. So the book's really good. It's excellent. For everybody that's won the past few weeks, I shipped everything out today. So I shipped all the coffee out today. I shipped all the books out. So you guys should get all those. If you win some coffee in the next couple of weeks, you're going to get these fun little stickers from Roger and Sarah for the mainly coffee with them. So you get those. And then if you win a book in the next couple of weeks, we have our own custom bookmarks. I thought I had them here, but I don't. But I'll send you a magnet too. We'll send you the little fun bite-sized cruises magnets. So you'll get those too. All right, let's see if we have any last-minute questions. Patty said, are we going to win onboard credit for all? Oh. Patty, you are not. But Tara, I'm sorry. I missed you. I am, that's my fault, Tara. I'll send you something this week, Tara. I got your back, Tara. I'm going to send you something. That was my fault. Because this is what happens when AJ's not here. Usually I have help. Let me edit my little thing here. So what happens when I'm left alone? Tara, fun prize.
Fun prize.
Got it. Made a note. Send Tara a fun prize. So, yep, that is that for that. If for any last minute people, if you are interested in doing our Halloween group cruise, final payments are coming up in a few weeks. So we will have cabins available. After that, we will never speak about it again. We're hitting the limit of where we're at on that. So you have a couple weeks left. If anyone is interested in going on our Halloween cruise, which is October 27th, you get the bonus, I think, of, before I say that, let's see. I think we get back on election day, or where it's the last day of the cruise. So if the world ends on our cruise, at least we'll be on a cruise and we'll have a good time. So whatever happens, we'll be out at sea enjoying our Halloween cruise.
International waters.
I think we come back like the day before, or 2 days before. But anyway, so Alex said, John, let's do a group voyage. Yeah, we do.
Yes, I love Alex. Alex, I need to go visit you when we go to Ohio. My
There you
God.
go. Oh, wait. We will do, I will set up a Virgin group. We were talking about it anyway. So we are going to have 6 fun groups that we're planning. We're going to be putting together some interesting groups. I know we talked a little bit about last week about the pitfalls of the group cruises that we had some issues with. But I went through some things, and we're going to be putting out 6, and it's going to be, it could be myself, AJ, Meg, could be all of us on each of these groups. Somebody will be coordinating them. But we are going to be doing a Virgin one next year. We also are going to be doing an Alaska one in 25 and 26.
If you reach at least 25 cabins,
yep,
I'll join that voyage.
Awesome. 25 cabins. Taking notes. We're putting this down.
Just make sure it's not for my birthday, because then I won't get on board.
When's your birthday?
It's for Easter. It's April 19th.
But
it's a great.
You're good. I won't forget it. It's my ex-wife's birthday as well. So there you go.
You'll never forget he's drinking to this too. He's like, let me just jot this down.
It's my sister's fiance's birthday and my ex-wife. So I won't forget. You're good. All right. Okay. What did Alex say? Can we do Virgin Voyages to Hawaii? Is that Hawaii?
Or Hawaii?
Is that what you meant there?
It is Hawaii.
Or Ohio. We cannot do Virgin Voyages to Ohio. But,
no.
Hawaii, maybe. You never know.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe Brilliant will stay between the East and the West.
That'd be awesome. So, yep, by next week, I'll have all the group stuff planned at Hawaii. Yep. For next week, I'll have all the group stuff planned out. For next year, we'll start talking about all of that. Like I said, we're going to put together a few of them. It's a little bit interesting for me because I have to plan out my cruises pretty far in advance. So I think I have 8 next year already, but I am doing the Virgin one, but that one's going to sell out. So it's not a good one for a group, but we'll be putting together some fun ones for next year. And then 2026, we're going to have a bunch of groups, and I'm going to start planning those out ASAP. So, Lyra, thank you so much for coming on. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the generous offer and the giveaway. You are the first guest that has given something away. So that is awesome. Thank you very much. For anybody that did win, please send me your address. I think I have most people's address, but send me your actual mailing address to jp@bitesizecruises.com. Everybody have a wonderful 4th of July tomorrow. Enjoy whatever you're doing with your family. For everybody that's down in the Caribbean, please be careful. Let us know how everything's going. And again, thank you everyone so much for coming out and hanging out with us. I know it's the night before a holiday. So thanks so much, and we will see everybody later. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lyra.